Funding for Curate, the Arizona Arts and Culture Fund, is made possible by Signal Society member Eleanor Light, and by you can become a curator of the arts on 8. For more information, call 602-496-8888.
And now, an 8 special presentation.
This time on Art Beat Nation. Music that feels like home.
So we're thinking about the idea of home as a place to be safe and then making music.
An acclaimed ballerina lights up the stage.
I am an ambassador for dance because I truly believe in it, and it's never let me down.
A moving retrospective of an artist's life.
I thought there were probably about a dozen paintings and didn't pay too much attention, and suddenly 130 arrived.
And finding creativity in a river of grass.
I thought it was interesting as a different way to talk about the distance and the journey that I came all the way here.
It's all ahead on this edition of Art Beat Nation. Funding for Art Beat Nation is made possible by donations to Curate, the Arizona PBS Arts and Culture Fund, and by contributions to 8 from viewers like you. Thank you. First up, Milwaukee's Present Music is an ensemble devoted to commissioning, creating, and recording contemporary music. They recently closed out their 32nd season with a multimedia concert titled Home Place. Present Music included people of all ages from 4 local communities and professional musicians from around the country to create musical and artistic works to define the concepts of home and shelter.
To tell people who are not musicians that they're going to write a piece from scratch takes a lot of convincing. And this is the first time anyone's hearing, any of these pieces done in this way. It's just having stuff like that happen in Milwaukee or anywhere is great. Present Music is a contemporary chamber music ensemble founded and based in Milwaukee. We perform works and commission music by living composers, so I tell people we fall under the classical umbrella, but it's not uncommon to see violin, piano mixed in with electric guitar or pre-recorded tracks or multimedia. Our season finale Home Place concert is about the concepts of home and place and shelter and what that means to us. We have a Creation Project education program where we pair local composers with students in Milwaukee, and they have the opportunity to write and perform original music over a course of a few weeks to a few months. We've been matching composers and artists with them for a few weeks now, and they've debuted their pieces in their neighborhoods, but now they're coming together as part of Present Music's Home Place concert. So it'll be kind of a mix of amateurs and professional musicians, sort of looking at home on a national and global scale, but also Milwaukee as our home and what the sounds of each neighborhood, or what the feel, what the visual art sort of look like for each neighborhood in Milwaukee.
Safe and free, safe and free, in my community.
3 of the neighborhoods are actual songs, but common at Present Music concerts, we also do lots of other different types of art forms. Sometimes we have dancers or visual artists, so we really wanted a visual art piece.
The kids here at New Life Community Center are creating musical structures, musical shelters. So we're thinking about the idea of home as a place to be safe and then making music. So with the supplies that we have gathered, we thought about what sounds it can make. So not just a shelter, but a shelter that can make music too. The materials that we are using were donated by the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and then there were donated supplies by artists.
They just sort of let their imagination go. These shelters should protect, something, but they should have like a musical element, so use plastics and metals and wood and things that have sound.
Seeing the supplies, the garbage that was about to be thrown away turned into something beautiful. These works inspire me.
We will scatter the musical shelters as well as the performers from the other 3 neighborhoods, Harambe, Sherman Washington Park, and Burnham Park. Our Present Music Hearing Voices, which is a new music vocal ensemble, they'll be singing songs as well. Reginald Baylor actually designed a mural incorporating all of the typeface graphics. And so we'll have sort of like an interactive live painting session. So anyone in the audience is welcome to, come and paint and contribute to that. And then Kevin Stahlheim picked a piece called Shelter. It's composed by 3 American composers from Bang on a Can, and there's a video with it by Bill Morrison. And that piece has several movements. There's one movement titled The American Home. It's about, home and shelter on a more like national level, as well as some music by Bryce Dessner and Caroline Shaw. And then the finale will be a concoction of medleys, musical songs that Kevin Stahlheim puts together called Home. I think it's really interesting that, you can travel to all these places and they have different smells, different energy, different flavors, but that everybody will call, this area their home. It just really shows the diversity of Milwaukee. To be able to do that in a creative, innovative way with new music, visual art, collaborations is a lot of fun.
You can see more videos, photos, and reviews of the Home Place concert on the Present Music website. Visit presentmusic.org to see more. Up next, we meet Sherry Sparkle Williams, who continues to dance after 40 years on stage. Her star career has led to countless awards and accolades, but praise isn't what drives her.
Dance is powerful. It can be healing. It can just say the right thing at the right time when you need it. I feel really honored and humbled at the same time to be able to say that. I am an ambassador for dance because I truly believe in it, and it's never let me down.
Actually, Sherry Sparkle Williams has never let dance down. At age 52 and still dancing, she celebrates 40 years of dance with the Dayton Contemporary Dance Company. Sherry was awarded a 2014 Governor's Award for the Arts in Ohio in the Individual Artist category for excellence in her crafts. The depth of the talent in Ohio is deep, and the selection process for the Governor's Award is highly competitive.
Finding out that I was a recipient of this Governor's Award is annoying. I owe so much to so many because they do believe in what it is that I do. And that just makes doing what it is that I do, this dance thing, even more enjoyable. We work hard at Dayton Contemporary Dance Company, and we play hard too. It's a great environment to be in, and I'm always touched when I find that people not only enjoy what it is that we do, but appreciate it. And this Governor's Award is an ultimate appreciation of that.
Williams' dancing career began in 1973, just a few years after beginning ballet classes.
I was 9 years of age, and my best friend Thelma and I used to do everything together. Thelma's sister, Tammy, was a dancer with the Dayton Contemporary Dance Company, and Thelma started to take ballet classes. And she said, "Sure, you got to take classes too." So I started taking dance classes. We both started with ballet. But then within that first year, we had both enrolled in modern and jazz with Geraldine Blunden, who was the founder and director of the Dayton Contemporary Dance Company. That was at the age of 9, and a few years later, I stumbled into the company, and it's all kind of a stumbling path from there.
By age 12, Sherry was dancing with DC-DC, and as she grew older and the company grew more prominent and professional in its delivery, she decided to make dance a career after graduating from high school.
Discipline was instilled from day one. I've always been an athlete, so I started out with gymnastics, and my coach there was a stickler for discipline, and then also I started to run track. I was a sprinter, And my coach there was the same. And Geraldine, they're three of a kind. I guess excellence just imparts that. We trained in New York, spent our entire summers there training with notables and bringing choreographers in to create works for the company from all over. And that nurturing process was something that led me off into a career that was full of integrity and excellence that I try to carry through to this day.
Sherry became known as Sparkle after a dancer told her backstage that she sparkled while dancing. The name Sherry Sparkle Williams soon began appearing in DC/DC's domestic and international playbills.
I thought, oh, that's a sweet thing to hear her say. But when our next concert came around, they put Sherry Sparkle Williams in the concert playbill, and everybody laughed about it. Oh, that's cute, that's cute. But then it ended up getting transferred to our touring copy as well, and it just ended up sticking because people started to call me that. So it stayed. When I'm on stage, I don't really think so much about me. It's always a journey, and it's my intention during that journey to take people from what's thought of as spectating to participating, taking the journey with me.
In October of 2011, Sherry's journey turned dark. She suffered the first serious injury of her illustrious career. Her endurance and dedication was documented by Dayton filmmakers Julia Reichert and Stephen Bognar in an award-winning film titled Sparkle.
I suffered a hip subluxation, and I wasn't thinking about would I be able to dance, but would I be able to walk, that kind of thing. Going through that kind of debilitating, downright scary time makes me really appreciate this longevity, My hip isn't 100% yet, but I can't complain, and I won't. Because I'm back doing what I enjoy doing, and I'm no longer afraid of being able to walk. Being able to do this dance thing for so long is truly a blessing, and I appreciate it every day. I've always known that I'm blessed to be able to continue to do something I so enjoy, I love, and be surrounded by people who are amazing and, all wonderful to work with.
Not one to be idle, Miss Williams' interest in health and wellness has led her to also serve as DC/DC's fitness trainer, a role accepted by her peers.
Dancers say they're inspired by me, or they truly enjoy being able to dance with me, that kind of thing. They seem to think I'm pretty okay, and I think I'm well respected. I like that. What should people know about me? That I'm driven, my integrity is next to none, I am disciplined, I'm passionate, and ambitious, but not to the point of running over anybody to get there. I like this 52. I like getting older. There you go.
For more, visit facebook.com/Sparkle Documentary. Artist, fighter, and survivor, Maria Lowenstein was a creative and courageous woman whose artwork depicts the depth and breadth of her life. After escaping the Russian Revolution in 1917 and protecting her family in Nazi Germany, Lowenstein remained dedicated to her craft. Up next, we share her art in a retrospective exhibition held in Denver, Colorado.
She was a true artist in what she painted, what she rendered, what she did was art in the truest sense.
This is a retrospect of Maria Lowenstein's paintings and drawings. Her experiences during World War II, I think, relate to her paintings. A lot of the colors she used seemed very dark.
She never thought they'd make it another day. Each day looked like it would be the end, either the Nazis or the bombs.
Some of her sketches, pencil sketches that she did during the war, were done with burned out wood pieces that she found from bombed houses. And then every once in a while you get these really bright red paintings. They just seem to jump out at you. The paintings and people are outlined, a lot of black vertical lines. She really simplifies them into beautiful shapes and colors.
Maria Lowenstein was my mother. She grew up in Estonia. She moved to Berlin. She started then studying at an art institute. And then when it became clear that the Nazis were going to prevail in coming to power, she sent me off to England in 1939. During that time, my mother drew and painted her despair, and she drew pictures of Job from the Bible because she related to the difficulties that were inflicted on Job, each one worse than the last one. That was her feeling about their life at that time. She was totally lost in thinking that there's no way they could survive another day, really.
Henry Lowenstein's parents managed to survive World War II and came to the United States in 1946, where Maria resumed her career as an artist and painter, creating a surmountable body of work before passing away in 1982.
When she died, it came at a time when I was incredibly busy with my life in theater, but I thought there were probably about a dozen paintings and didn't pay too much attention, and suddenly 130 arrived. We're absolutely delighted when Nitza Knoll looked at them and wanted to have an exhibit.
Henry and his family were sorting his sister's house, and they found packages of paintings that were stored away in the garage for over 30 or 40 years. And that was just unbelievable. They didn't even know that those were available or around.
She made her living basically by selling her paintings. She was always preparing another exhibit somewhere. Her style was always to make quick sketches, not a sketch to be seen by other people, but a sketch that would remind her of what she wanted to paint later on. She sometimes started, she didn't always know how it was going to go, but that was basically how she approached her art. She was very taken with Cubism. She liked to introduce a Cubist look at what she was most interested in. She also did a number of complete abstract paintings of an idea that she wanted to render visually. But art should ultimately bring out fresh thoughts. It needs to create interest. It may even reveal a new way of looking at the particular subject.
Art, I think, is one of the most important things, and I think it should be in everyone's life. It's one way of speaking, but in color and shapes.
But the idea is true art should inspire a whole range of emotions in the viewer.
Harumi Abe is an artist living and working in South Florida, where her work has been displayed in various museums and galleries. As an artist in residence creating in the Florida Everglades, Abe describes what began as a frightening experience as an inspiring and particularly productive period.
My name is Harumi Abe. I'm a visual artist that live in Hollywood, Florida. I'm originally from Japan. I was awarded to be an artist in residence in Everglades National Park, and I'm here for a month as an artist in residence. Yes, I have Willie and Duke, my best friends. We're in the middle of Everglades. I came here for college, and I got married, and I stayed. From a series of work called 134 Days and 21 Hours. The title itself actually comes from the distance. If you travel from my house in Hollywood all the way to my house that I grew up in Japan, according to Google Map, you calculate the distance in Google Map and it tells you 134 days and 21 hours by walking and kayaking. I thought it was interesting as a different way to talk about the distance and the journey that I came all the way here. So I'm just using that as a somewhat of a symbol to talk about my work. And the whole series of work is about idea of home. The home as a place you live, but also about place you cultivate your childhood memory, and that memory you bring it on and you keep recreating that into new homes. So that kind of idea as container of your soul in a sense. That as well as like the journey to recreate the home itself. So the combination of the two things is the basic idea of the series. Many people thought that I was crazy coming here in summer, but actually it's been amazing because summertime it's wet and Everglades is so lively. The water gives back life to every plant, and I see so many birds, so many animals. I mean, of course the mosquito is crazy, but you just protect yourself. First week when I first got here, I was scared, absolutely scared, not knowing what's going on. And usually I'm really nervous about bugs, things unknown. Everglades is huge. So I was scared of alligator, mosquito, everything. But once I started like exploring a little bit more and start understanding what's going on, and this is getting to be my home for sure. Some stuff that I've done is a direct observation of what I've seen, and from the photograph reference, I tried to do a study of what kind of thing is living, like birds and landscape in general. And this is one painting I did, and like I said, I was really scared in the beginning, so it was like really dark painting in the end of what came out. I don't think that one behind you is as dark. Some stuff that it really depends on my unconscious mood, if anything. One of painting, I'm kind of, it's not good to talk about something that I haven't finished yet, but because some series of my work is about idea of home. One thing I realized, Everglades is a home for many different species, and I kept seeing so many birds that I never ever think of seeing this many. Like I even saw bald eagle. That was like amazing. So I was thinking about making a painting of a tree with all the birds that I saw all living in the same tree. So that's a little bit more fantasy, kind of happy kind of painting. Typical day would be like wake up and walk my dogs, and like just going out really close by is a nice nature trail, and my dogs loves it, so we go to that. And if I have my husband here, he comes in the weekend, we'll go do more bigger adventure like canoeing, or actually 2 days ago we did a slugging. It was amazing. Usually the experience stays inside of me and comes up in completely different areas. Like some of the part of the series I worked before was from the I guess in a sense it's a cyber experience. Like I said, I'm from Japan, and 2 years ago there was a big earthquake and tsunami hit in Japan, and my family, my father's side is from where the earthquake hit really badly, and whole entire village went away. So like these days, from the technology, we can watch what's going on. I was watching the whole tsunami thing in live stream. So that was like in a weird way of my experience of going through some chaotic moment. And this was not as chaotic, if anything. In the beginning, I was a little scared living here, and somehow this became a home. So that kind of experience will naturally come to it, I guess. And this gave me kind of a little bit of a hope to try different kind of national parks Hopefully I'll go Alaska or something. It would be nice.
You didn't see it? Over there. Go get it. I'm not gonna go. Oh no.
To see more of her work, go to harumiabe.com. For more arts and culture, visit azpbs.org/artbeat, where you'll find feature videos and information on the Arizona art scene. Funding for Artbeat Nation is made possible by donations to Curate, the Arizona PBS Arts and Culture Fund, and by contributions to AIT from viewers like you. Thank you.
Funding for Curate, the Arizona Arts and Culture Fund, is made possible by Signal Society member Eleanor Light, and by you can become a curator of the arts on AIT. For more information, call 602-496-8888.